Good evening, everyone. We are following breaking news in central Oneida County. A possible tornado touched down in the Westernville area just after 7:30 this evening. I want to show you some of the video that we're getting in from that area. This is from Danielle Ovida. It's the Woods Valley ski area on Route 46. You can see roofs blown off. Look at that barn just blown apart there. Fences down. Route 46 at this hour closed from Woods Valley north. National Grid says around 500 people are without power in that area. Now I want to show you this picture. This is from Stokes Westernville Road in that area. The roof totally ripped off of the home. Just a scary scene. Main Street also a mess right now, closed in Westernville. I checked in with Oneida County Sheriff Rob Mashel. He tells me at this point there are no injuries that he knows of. This is video from Dop Hill Road. You can see trees down, shingles ripped off of roofs. Some of those trees snapped in half like a twig. Wires down everywhere. National Grid crews on the scene throughout that area. You just heard 500 people without power. Now, our crew on scene talked to a resident who was surveying the damage. This is just back. Take a listen.
We were in the house and we live just down Route 46 a ways, and the skies opened up, the wind started blowing, it blew our front door open, the flag was whipping, and then one of our son's friends called us and said there were trees down everywhere. It sounded like a train. It was so loud and it was raining so hard and the wind was blowing so hard. And I really believe it happened right after our house because we're right down the road from Woods Valley. And again, this is my husband's business and it got these trees and all the way down. And when you go down Main Street, there's nothing that way. It's all north.
Now we have more photos for you and damage on our website, WKTV.com. But right now I want to bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Joins me here. And Bill, let's break down what happened and some of the new tools you got to use to figure this all out.
Yeah, Jason, you often hear us talk about tornado damage of not being able to confirm much because we just don't have enough information. We have damage reports, but it's usually the National Weather Service that comes to town to do that. Tonight, something different has happened. I want to start off by looking at the velocity. This is a tool that we use all the time to detect rotation. There was lots of low-level rotation that happened very quickly from a thunderstorm right after it moved east of Rome, and you can see Stokes Westernville Road, Route 46. This is where we think the tornado was on the ground at that moment. And again, Jason, this happened really quick.
So what are we looking at here? Because you have what's called a debris tracker. Explain to everybody at home what we see with these multicolors here.
This is the difference. This is called debris tracker, or what is brand new to the Doppler radar. There was an upgrade that took place about 5 or 6 years ago. It's called dual pol. And what it does is it's looking inside of a thunderstorm and detecting different shaped objects in it. So if this shows up as red, that's rain. The rain droplets are about the same size. Right. But take a look at this image here. This green and yellow signature indicates debris that's being lofted into the thunderstorm. We call that a debris signature. Where that is right over that area of rotation. So this is the piece of evidence that's very different compared to the other tornadoes that we watch here across central New York. This is the very first time in our area that we've seen something like this take place, and that's why we have just a higher level of confidence that this tornado it was likely on the ground. But again, the National Weather Service is coming to town tomorrow to survey it. I want to give the folks at home a general idea of the path here. And Jason, take a look at some of these roadways here, some very populated areas.
Yeah, and you say it went like northwestern or northeastern view?
Yeah, it went from southwest to northeast.
Okay, and that's right up Route 46 and right through Westernville.
Right, so Route 46, it might have actually crossed Route 46 twice. We'll have to wait on that to see what the National Weather Service will decide. But again, this is where we stand here this evening with that. We're also keeping an eye on rainfall. We've gotten about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain across the area. It's come down heavy, and as expected, we've had some minor flooding issues. This is not a major event, but there's definitely something to be said if you're trying to travel this evening. There are a couple of roadways that are starting to see some issues here. Again, poor drainage areas. We're getting some localized reports, Kirkland, New Hartford, Yorkville. This is not expected to last long. As you can see, the rain is moving out, so things should rapidly improve here. That's another thing we'll be watching pretty closely over the next hour or so. We are updating you on an improving weekend in terms of weather. Look at that forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. We're